Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury hits the streets of London in new Secret Invasion set pics. Samuel L. Jackson is busy shooting his latest Marvel Studios project over in the UK right now. The pulp fiction icon has been embodying the character of Nick Fury for 14 years at this point, but this latest production is special for him as it'll mark the first time the former S.H.I.E.L.D. director has taken the spotlight for himself. Disney Plus TV series, Secret Invasion sees Fury investigate an undercover alien invasion alongside Skrull pal Talos, Ben Mendelsohn. With filming rolling on for the past few weeks in the middle of London, we've got a range of sneak peeks at the show thanks to set photos. The latest give us a fresh glimpse at Jackson's new look as Fury. We're used to seeing the man of action looking well kempt, with his eye patch and leather coat, but in Secret Invasion, he'll appear a little rougher. In the newest batch of set pics, courtesy of the Daily Mail, Jackson is seen wearing a dark green beanie hat, a grown-out beard, and no eye patch, exposing his ruined left eye as he orders some food from a street vendor. Further images from the set showcase a nice behind-the-scenes moment as Jackson and Mendelsohn share a hug upon reuniting ahead of filming beginning for the night. Though they started out as enemies in Captain Marvel, Fury and Talos have apparently become good buddies in the decades since. To the extent that Talos pulled off a near-pitch-perfect impersonation of Nick in Spider-Man: Far From Home. We'll get to see that friendship play out on screen in Secret Invasion, and it looks like the actors share a similar bond in real life, too. Jackson will also be joined by long-term right-hand woman Maria Hill in the series, with Kobe Smulders reprising her role. Emilia Clarke, Olivia Colman, and Kingsley Ben-Adir are among the MCU newcomers joining the cast, all in mysterious parts. Secret Invasion is either hitting Disney Plus later this year or in early 2023. The Abundant Mess of Pam and Tommy scores high marks on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's face it, when pioneering internet pornographer Seth Warshawski released the highly controversial, and much-viewed, sex tape of Baywatch star Pamela Anderson, and Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee in 1998, he didn't have any aspirations of high art. Warshawski's sole motivation was money, which he more than achieved, although he ended up having to pay out the reluctant and litigious stars of the show $1.5 million after making their stolen property public. No one in the equation would expect their situation to inspire a critically respected miniseries. And yet, here we all are. After weeks of hype, and an inescapable ad campaign, Pam and Tommy dropped on Hulu today, and the result is a resounding pretty good. The Hulu miniseries has an impressive aggregate critics score of 87% on the site, and the critics' consensus on its Rotten Tomatoes page reads, Pam and Tommy sometimes undercuts its own critique of cultural voyeurism with lurid stylization, but Lily James's performance gives this sleazy opus an undeniable heart. Not bad for a movie that is about, well, a home sex tape sold under extremely dubious circumstances. According to the Motley Crue biography, The Dirt, the tape was allegedly stolen from Lee's house by a worker and former porn star by the name of Rand Gauthier, portrayed in the story by series co-producer Seth Rogen. The tape found its way into Warshawski's hands and thence onto the internet. The then-married couple sued Warshawski's Internet Entertainment, which ended with an undisclosed settlement. It should be noted that neither Lee nor Anderson was involved with the miniseries. The couple divorced after 2 incidents of domestic violence perpetrated by Lee upon Anderson. An unnamed source has told Entertainment Tonight that Anderson views the series as very painful and that, it is shocking that this series is allowed to happen without her approval. Although the 3 available episodes have earned a few critical splats on Rotten Tomatoes, a firm majority seems to be enjoying the series as an occasionally flawed gem. NPR's Aisha Harris called the series chaotic. Also, thoroughly entertaining, while The Guardian's Lucy Mangan wrote that it was warm, funny, intelligent and rather moving drama, with astonishing performances from Lily James as Anderson, and Sebastian Stan as Lee. Comic book resources critic Ashley Saunders tweeted, "Sebastian Stan and Lily James are perfection." Kojima's Lindsay Trav complimented the series' take on morality, stating, "It's an unflattering portrayal of celebrity that, like Succession, lets you sympathize with the evildoers just long enough, before splashing cold American beer in your face to snap you out of it." It remains to be seen if the series maintains its B+ average on the site as Hulu airs the remaining episodes over the next few weeks. But the critics do seem to be in consensus about Stan and Lily's chemistry. The faux couple may end up attending an award show or two down the road. The first 3 episodes of Pam and Tommy are currently available on Hulu, and the remaining 5 will be released weekly. The Offer teaser gives first look at Godfather making of drama. The Offer is a new mini-series about the behind-the-scenes story of an iconic Hollywood movie, and we're getting a first-look teaser trailer of all the ups and downs that went on. Based upon the never-before-told experiences of producer Albert S. Ruddy, the show centers around the story behind the making of one of America's finest films, the mafia epic The Godfather. Based on the teaser, it looks like there was as much high-stakes drama in real life as there was in the movie itself. For instance, the movie teases the film producers possibly faced threats from the blue-eyed crooner Frank Sinatra if they continued making the movie. The turbulence from the controversy of the movie's premise at the time appears to have affected its rebranding as a tale of American exceptionalism if the trailer is any indication. The Paramount Plus miniseries, which is set to premiere in April, stars Miles Teller as Ruddy, Matthew Good as Robert Evans, Juno Temple as Betty McCart, Giovanni Ribisi as Joe Colombo, Dan Fogler as Francis Ford Coppola, Bern Gorman as Charles Bloodhorn, and Colin Hanks as Barry Lapidus. The show also co-stars Patrick Gallo as The Godfather author Mario Puzo, Frank John Hughes as Frank Sinatra, Justin Chambers as Marlon Brando, Danny Nucci as Congressman Mario Biaggi, Lou Ferrigno as Lenny Montana, and Anthony Ippolito as Al Pacino. The making of The Offer had its own drama this past fall when Teller reportedly tested positive for COVID-19, halting the production. The Offer comes to Paramount Plus on April 28th. Simon Pegg says he's increasingly terrified of Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible stunts. As the badass spy Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible films, Tom Cruise has done everything from hanging from an airborne plane to actually scaling the Burj Khalifa. He has even teased that Mission Impossible 7 is set to feature more of such heart-stopping action scenes. While the 59-year-old actor has no plans of ceasing his death-defying stunts in the films, his co-star Simon Pegg has admitted that he is downright terrified whenever Cruise chooses to perform the dangerous scenes on his own. Simon Pegg, who portrays IMF technician Benji Dunn in the Mission Impossible films, will mark his 5th appearance in the franchise with the upcoming 7th film in the series. Pegg has already seen Tom Cruise performing risky action sequences countless times instead of letting a stunt double take his place. But he has revealed in a chat with Radio Times that the actor's stunts in Mission Impossible 7 and Mission Impossible 8 are even scarier. In fact, last year, Tom Cruise was spotted performing yet another dangerous stunt for his upcoming films, dangling upside down from the wing of a warplane while it was at the height of 2,000 feet. Oh, it's absurd. I mean, the stuff he did for Mission Impossible 7 was just kind of terrifying. As we always do, it's like, how are you going to do more than that? And then I just saw footage of what he's doing for 8 and it just terrifies me. I just hope they pay me anyway, you know. Mission Impossible 7 was originally supposed to hit the theaters back in July 2021, but due to COVID-19 pandemic-related complications, the filming was delayed multiple times. Though the film's production has officially wrapped and it's now scheduled for a theatrical release on July 14, 2023, Pegg has shared that there are still some loose ends that need to be tied up. Because we're doing 7 and 8 back-to-back, it's meant that we can be quite flexible. So there are things that will need to be finished. 7 is pretty much tied up, but there'll be stuff that we return to and also kind of maybe even change, I don't know. But we have that luxury because we're going on to make 8 now. So yeah, 7 I think is pretty much wrapped up. It was recently confirmed that Paramount Pictures had switched back to its earlier plans of filming Mission Impossible 7 and Mission Impossible 8 back-to-back, something which it had initially ditched due to the pandemic-induced delays. Hopefully, the production schedule of Ethan Hunt's next adventure will go smoothly without any hiccups, allowing the 8th film to grace the cinemas on June 28, 2024.